To kick us off, I'm excited to introduce my colleague, Paige Travis. So before Paige joined us at Citizens Committee, she was actually working in Washington, D.C., working alongside Washington's leading communication strategists, and helped launch a host of issue advocacy campaigns, including 51 for 51 DC Statehood Coalition and the grand opening of the National Museum of African American History and Culture, as well as Protect the Investigation and Southern Black Women and Girls Consortium. So Paige was also heavily involved during the 2020 presidential election, serving as an ad writer for the Biden-Harris campaign and serving as the senior communications manager during the 2018 midterm elections with Color of Change. So she managed media outreach for the Obama administration's rollout of the Affordable Care Act with the PR firm Weber Shandwick. And she started her career working for NBC News. So she graduated from journalism school at the University of Missouri and is originally from Chicago, which we have that connection. I also grew up right outside Chicago, so excited to have another Chicagoan on board and supporting New York City. But Paige, really great to have you and your expertise and your resources and really highlighting how our organization can amplify these small business grantees. So I was just wondering if you can kind of provide an overview of how our grantee partners can use our network to amplify the visibility of their businesses, especially heading into the holiday season and Small Business Saturday.
Definitely. Thank you so much for that, Katie. And welcome everyone to Citizens NYC Network. We're excited to have you here. We're excited that you're a part of our family, as Katie and Rasan, they were both saying earlier, so welcome. But we want to make it easy for you to amplify your business and share your story. As Rasan was saying, visibility is important, but we want you to know that you have access to our resources. So we have a host of platforms. We have a website where we have a blog on our website. We tell oral history stories on that site. We also have, a blog where we can just do profile stories of you. We're launching a podcast actually next month in December. And we have a Citizens NYC live series, which you might have seen on Facebook or YouTube by now. But we just launched it once the pandemic really kept us at home. Once we realized the pandemic was keeping us at home, we wanted to keep conversations going and stay connected with our network. So we have, a series is focused on neighborhood chats, which is, one-on-one talking about organizing and the importance of neighborhood businesses and the importance of being a part of, your neighborhood community. We've got a health and wellness edition. Rethink and rebuild, really just thinking about, the spirit of New York and strategizing around what we want to do as we rebuild. Arts and culture, talking about, what to do with your money. There's workshops such as this one that you're on today. So we want you to feel empowered and really understand that, you can really maximize your hits by partnering with us, telling your story, letting us know what you have going on. All you have to do is just share a photo with us and give us, a few updates, and we can get on a call with you and brainstorm and kind of think about how we can help elevate your particular issue or, whatever is fun or interesting that even if you don't know if it's like something that press will love, we would love to help amplify what you have going on. So let's talk about it and we can find the right platform for it. We also have a newsletter, for example, and as Katie was mentioning, social media platforms. So Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, we're on all of the platforms. So we want you to feel empowered to use us and connect with us. It's also important for you to know that we're speaking with elected officials pretty regularly. And so, we want to know what bill initiatives are important to you and what you have your eye on, just so that we're communicating on your behalf and also have you in mind while we're speaking with these public officials. But to Katie's point more specifically, as we think about Small Business Saturday, which is coming up, and the holidays coming up, there's also, industry-specific holidays that are good for you to keep in mind as it relates to your business. But we have a toolkit that we're actually pulling together, and I'm gonna give you a sneak peek today. It will be done like this week. You'll get it this week, but it's not final. So this is a sneak peek. I'm giving you a sneak peek. So let me see if I can share. Katie, can I share my screen by
You
chance?
should be able to now, so go ahead and try.
Awesome. Okay. I say sneak peek because we are going to do some design edits to it, but I want you to see what we mean. Okay, so, as we think about Citizens NYC as a network, surely you have your individual storytelling, that we want to help you with and help to amplify. But storytelling is often an art and a science. So as we're discussing, our partnership with you, we encourage you to help spread the word about your involvement with Citizens NYC and what it means to be a part of this village of community leaders. Like, obviously you're new to this journey, but as you'll see, and as you continue to be connected to Citizens NYC, we want you to use, this framework, which is just a few talking points, a few top line messages, to help elevate what we're doing as a community. So we'll send this out this week, but for example, New Yorkers are resilient. We're all in for New York City. We have some points here that just talk about the importance of grassroots organizations and small businesses, and you all are really doing the work of the people here in New York City as small businesses. So we just want to give you some talking points as a guide as you speak to folks in the press, but also for collateral material. So this is just really, again, a resource for you all. We have some platforms and handles at the bottom for you to take a look at. This is just the handle for our Facebook page, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. And then we have hashtags that we use regularly. And I just want you to take a close look at the hashtags that support our network. So this is an overview of the different industries that we support. So entrepreneurship, economic justice. So feel free to, pull from these tables based on what applies to you and your business. Again, we'll be sending this around hopefully tomorrow, if not before Thanksgiving. And again, we want you guys to feel comfortable reaching out to us so that we can brainstorm together. Now, just so you know, we are launching, those are my notes. Just so you know, we are launching a campaign actually at the beginning of December as well. That's really just encouraging people to rebuild our city. We're using the hashtag all in for New York City, all in for NYC. And so it's possible that you may have seen this hashtag already on Instagram, or you may have seen the hashtag on our Facebook page. And the purpose of that is really just to have folks, in New York, just share what they're doing, whether it's picking up trash or keeping the small business going, or for essential workers that are really at the front lines. We want to see, and we encourage you to share those stories. So we have a contest going on, and we'll be giving out $500 by December 15th, I think is the date we'll announce those winners. But we look forward to you sharing your stories, and I'll be sure to share my personal contact information, like my cell phone, as well as, you'll have our work email. If you have any questions or any ideas, happy to brainstorm with you. And again, we're so happy that you're a part of the network. So welcome.
Thank you so much, Paige, for that overview. And we'll definitely share Paige's contact information in our follow-up email as well, along with that media toolkit. But really glad you highlighted that contest that we have, and hopefully this media toolkit will be helpful for that $500 for you and for your group if you win.